Hello, everybody. It's Rob and Carla back at you with another Super Talk. This time it's about
Comic books.
And it's about my current favorite comic that I've been buying, Moon Knight. I'm going to try to put as much artwork up to the camera. I hope you can see it. Here's number 1. And so far, I don't know if number 4 is out, but we've both read number 1 through 3. So the first 3 comics are out. And the reason why I wanted to review them is because, like I said, they're currently my favorite. I would consider this comic book so far, for me personally, to be a 10 out of 10 because it hits every mark I need to want me to keep coming back and reading more. I think the artwork is phenomenal. It's really solid. It doesn't, sometimes I'm sure people who read comic books know what I mean when I say sometimes not every panel looks great, but in these books, I think every panel on every page looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. But I guess if I wanted to get super picky, there might be something here and there, but not really. It's really solid artwork, and the story is just as good. I love things that have to do with psychological themes, and this book has a lot to do with questioning reality and choosing what to believe and what's real and what's not. But it also is a hero's journey, and I think I empathize with the main character, and I'm really curious about Mark Spector and what's going to happen with him and the other characters in this book, his ragtag crew. But I think, well, we'll see. What do you think, Carla?
Well, for me, the artwork I like. I think it is very original. Like, not all the panels are like in the regular comic books. Like, some pages are like vertically, like the panels, and they are all drawn in like many different styles. So
A couple few.
yeah. So yeah, I like that. It's not like the average comic book artwork. So I liked how and I think it's well thought of because of the theme of the comic book. Like, they had to draw like that style. Like, it seems like that artwork style and the theme of the comic book goes really well together. It's not my favorite style, but I think for this comic book it works great. I don't know what happens to me with comic books that I don't know. I just get very anxious on seeing like what's going to happen next, and what happened with me with Moon Knight. I read these first 3, and I'm already desperate to know what's going to happen. Like, is this story true? Is this story only in his mind? So far, like, I don't know anything, so that gets me a little bit like anxious and desperate, and I don't know. That's why I haven't. I didn't like. I don't want to say I don't like it, but like, it didn't catch my attention.
Well, so there you have it. 2 slightly different points of view. I give it a 10 out of 10. That's why I chose to do it. For those people who are familiar with David Mack and the Kabuki comic books, this kind of has a similar tone to those, in that when it's talking about things going on inside of his head, the artwork is one way, and then when things are outside of his head or a different reality, the artwork changes a bit. But all in all, the guy, let me see, it's done by Lemire, Smallwood, and Belair. These guys know what they're doing. It's a really solid book.
Yeah, I think they're doing like a really good job on keeping the reader interested in the story. But I don't know. I don't like it when things may be like, I know it's not going to be like that, but like the thought of that it may all be inside of his head or whatever, like those movies or those books, like it was all a dream, and like
So you're saying
I don't know.
it bothers you that what we may be finding out about this character could be true or it could be an illusion, and we're not, as a reader, we're not given enough information at this point to know whether what's happening is just happening inside of his head or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how people describe Moon Knight a lot of the time is that he's like Marvel's version of Batman. You probably didn't get that from these 3 issues, but like, I love how this vigilante is kind of nutty. You know what I mean? And like I like how he's not all there, and that, like, and I really like how it's a departure from like other superhero stuff, and this almost feels like kind of an independent type story. It almost feels like I don't feel like it's a real typical superhero thing. It's not like Captain America
No.
or anything like that. It really is its own thing, and it's the one comic book I really look forward to finding on the shelves right now. So,
Well, maybe it was because like you found in the first issue you found what you like, and that is like I know that you like ancient civilizations and gods and all that stuff. But for me, which I'm a girl, I didn't see like some, I don't know. For me, I don't know. It was, for me there was like, and I know that his girlfriend or something like that, it's kind of there, but it didn't give me what I want in the first 3, so that's why I'm not interested. Maybe if they have put something about him and her, I would be like, ooh, I wanted to see what happened with both of them.
She needs to have a romance
Yeah, I
in
get
the
it.
story in order for her to want to keep reading it. So, like at first, for example, when we first started hanging out, I'm a big Captain America fan, and especially the Ultimates series, and she's still not a huge Captain America fan, but she read all the Ultimates. Well, not all of them, but the first 2 trade paperbacks, I think.
That I like because of the story with
Captain
Captain America and his, well, first girlfriend, and how, well, I even have my Facebook cover picture with Captain America, even though I don't like him that much, but I love that story.
She is a tough sell.
So, yeah, maybe for me that was what I was missing.
Well, I'm gonna keep plugging it a little bit more. It's got animorphs, human bodies, animal heads. I'm a sucker for that. Another thing that it kind of hit with me personally is that it reminded me of a comic I illustrated, or an assignment I did in college. A comic book that I illustrated where I used animorphs in the story, and it was a little bit autobiographical, and it totally reminded me of a story that I wrote. It had a lot of similar aspects to it, and I would just say that, like, anybody who's interested in like something that keeps you guessing, and I mean one thing that we discovered that I had some information about that she didn't is that I already knew that Moon Knight was an established Marvel character, and he kind of had that he's situated as kind of Marvel's Batman in a way, and she didn't know that, so like she has no idea if she's reading about somebody who's just completely crazy or if he actually is a superhero in the Marvel universe. And So yeah, I think it's one of the best things out there right now.
Yeah,
I'm very picky, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say, maybe she would.
Yeah, I think if you like how Rob said, like psychology,
It's
like thrillers. I don't know how to.
psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like those kind of things, that's a great comic book. It's interesting. Not for me, like it not
So-
my style, but for other people, I'm sure it will.
Well, and if you know anything about Moon Knight, or if you've read these, we'd love to hear what you guys think too. And how many of you are girls that like it, and how many of you are boys that like it? Is that where the divide is, or I don't know. I know so many girls that like comic books in general nowadays that I can't tell. Well, sometimes when I think I know which story a girl would like, I'm totally wrong, which isn't the case of her a lot of the time. Like, I love Swamp Thing, and I thought that yeah, and it might have been that I just didn't have her read the right Swamp Thing story. You know.
So let us know if you have read Moon Knight, or what are you reading right now, so we can read it too.
And do you think that there's certain comic books that girls are going to naturally gravitate towards more than guys, or maybe even like comic book movies that girls will like more than guys?
Probably the ones that are starring a woman,
Well, the ones that have
like
more.
Black Widow.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that like. I would say that Black Widow is a big draw for guy fans, too.
Okay.
You know, like, I would be a lot more bored with the Avengers without Black Widow. Don't you think? They should have more females on the team.
I like Black Widow, but I don't think it would make a difference if it's. I love Black Widow, but I don't think she will make a lot of a difference if she's there or not with the Avengers. I just want the Hulk.
Really? I thought the Black Widow was your favorite, and you started
She's
liking
my
her
favorite.
because of the movie. Well, then.
She's my favorite, but she isn't, like, she doesn't have a big part, so like it wouldn't make a difference if she's there or not. Like, I really like her. I would love to see her like being more involved, but right now how the story is, I don't think it would make a difference.
Okay, so we need more Black Widow.
Yeah.
More female characters. I'm down for that. The female characters are always some of my favorites. So, thanks for sticking with us through our discussion about Moon Knight. I give it a 10 out of 10. You give it a
7.
wow. She gives it a 7. Anywho, there's going to be links below the video for my artwork. Check it out on Instagram and my website and our Threadless account. Let us know what you think about that too, if you like. And I got new designs coming out all the time. I'm always working on something. So thanks again for your time, and give us a thumbs up. That'd be cool. A thumbs up, or you can follow us or subscribe. You know, that'd be nice. All right. Have a good week, guys. See you next week.